Hey, what's up guys and girls? Angry K9 here, back again with another Minecraft video, and today we are gonna get Fuubi and Coolisimo back for the little pranks they pulled on us some time ago now. If you look at some of my earlier videos, you'll see where Fuubi had set up a couple of dispensers up there in the lighthouse, so that when I logged in, I would cross a tripwire and it would shoot eggs at me, or actually snowballs at me. And Coolisimo had tried to set the same thing up to shoot eggs at me, but his didn't work. But just because it doesn't work doesn't mean he's not going to be off the hook, right? Now, normally Fuubi comes online here pretty quick, so I'm going to do something pretty lame for him. I'm just going to throw in a couple of snow golems in his house, and going to return all the snow that he used for the snowballs. So this is pretty lame, but you know, it'll work. So if I can remember how to make these bad boys. There we go. There's one, and I'll make another one right here. And I'm going to head up top here and make another one. Have this one roaming around here with his bed. And let's see here. I think we'll leave this guy up here by himself. I think he'll be alright. And where'd these two guys go? They went on outside, so they're going to hang around out here. Fortunately, we're not in the desert biome, so that shouldn't be a problem. But basically, they're going to roam around here, and they'll end up covering his whole house in snow. So I build one right here. And I brought one more pumpkin than I actually needed, but we're going to put another one down here. Well, that was not good. Well, that just messed me up. Oh, well. That's okay. We've got plenty enough running around here that I think we'll be alright. I should have used my shovel on that snow block, huh? But why don't we just go ahead and pick up some snow here, since these guys are just kind enough to make some snow for me, and I should be able to make a couple more snow blocks here. There we go. And we will try that again. And you know what? Since we have some extras here, yeah, you watching me? I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of extra snow. That's one of the good things about the golems is, you know, they put enough snow all over the place, and you can just pick it all up and do your thing here. So I'll make a couple more snow blocks. And these guys are going to hang out right here, and I think those guys will be okay up there. So I want to put another one down here. Oh, lag spike. So get this one right this time. And I can make one more. So where do we want to put this other one here? He looks a little lonely, doesn't he? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and make another one right here. So, you know, he's not producing much snow. It's probably because he's standing on half slabs here. So I probably should have... What is going on? No. There was a notice that popped up in the corner of my screen. You won't see it, but it was telling me that my graphics driver had updated, and that was what that noise was you heard just a little bit ago. So we're going to put a sign up here for him. I don't know what I was typing there. And we'll sign it. And hopefully these guys will hang around here and won't go wandering off and keep his house covered in snow. Unfortunately, They're not really producing the snow on the half slabs, which is kind of a problem, but that's okay. There's still plenty here. And there's another one. Well, there was. I don't know where he went. And I figure these guys are probably going to wander off. Yeah, see, he's kind of wandered off into the distance here. But that's okay. Looks like he's still more or less hanging around the house. Where did he go? Well, he just got away, didn't he? There he is. But that's alright. You got these guys running around in here. And you know what? I should probably just go ahead and see if I can't get that guy back inside there. And maybe block that door off with that last snow block I got. So we'll get him in there if we can get him to go through the door. There we go. Yeah. They're both just kind of watching me there. And we'll just leave that right there. That way they can't get out. So that takes care of Fuubi. Now let's head on over here to Coolisimo's house. And I've got something a little bit different in store for him. And before I do that, I've got to go down and get some eggs. I completely forgot about the eggs. So I'm going to run over here and get some eggs. And I will be right back. Okay, guys and girls, I am back, and we are in Coolisimo's house now. I've got the eggs, and I've got everything I need for this little prank. So I'm going to have to get down here under the floor, and I need to take out a couple of pieces of wood here. First of all, I need to take this one out because I'm going to put a dispenser right here under his bed. So let's get that dispenser in place. With version 1.5, as you know, we can point dispensers facing up, and that is a really, really handy thing there. So now I got to try and remember how he had the blocks here. Unfortunately, I don't. So I think I have to admit I really didn't. Actually, I'll tell you exactly. I put that dispenser in the wrong place. I need this to be up higher, so let me go ahead and put that there. And can I get it? No, it's going to go the other way. So we're going to take out this plank there, and we will put that. That one should have come up. And right now, Phenomen just logged in, and we were talking about him since the server is still pretty new here, and we just got into the Nether after the release of 1.5. He was asking me if there was a Nether hub in place, and we don't have one yet, and that looks like that was right. So I'm thinking, looking at the way he did this, he didn't duplicate or have two slabs side by side. So I'm going to put that one there, and the other one I'm going to go ahead and throw right here in his chest. And what we need to do is get down here. Let me go ahead and take out, let's see here, this one, and I need this one here, and I need that one there. So I got to remember that the spruce half slab was there and the jungle wood half slab was there. So I am also looking at screenshots on my other screen as always. So before I do that, let me put down the pressure plate, because we're going to have a pressure plate right here. And when he comes in or walks over this pressure plate, it's just going to start shooting eggs through here, and the eggs will kind of visually go through the bed, but they won't actually go through the bed. But it will spawn a bunch of chickens under there, and when enough of them get there, they'll kind of burst out all over the place, since he likes chickens so much. So let me go ahead and get the right screenshot set up here so that I can take a look through and not mess anything up. And I also brought a a jungle wood plank block, because I'm actually going to need that. I just now remembered. I'm going to need this to be right here under that, because the pressure plate won't work on a half slab. So we'll put that right there. And then we need to get down here and dig. So if I remember correctly, I need that to be just like that. And then all of this down here, I need to come out quite a bit. So I got to be careful where I dig to, because I don't want to break out into the open area. So I think that's all I need, and I should have all of the materials that I am going to need as far as redstone and everything. So take a look here, that comes down, and let's see, no, I need that to come out, that, and I believe I'm going to dig pretty much all of this, and I need this to stay in place, and I have a button that I'm going to put on that. So dig down pretty far here, about 3 levels, and I probably don't need to go this far down, but we're going to anyway. So let me dig this area out, because I need a fairly decent sized area, and I need to leave that in place. That needs to stay, and that needs to come out, and I need to dig these out here. And let's see, I'm going to put a button, which I brought with me for testing purposes, right here, and the dispenser's over there, and I need to dig some more out back here. Let's see here, am I doing this the right way? Actually, I am not. Well, that doesn't really matter, but I do need to come back here, dig some of this out back here, and I don't want to dig too much out. I want to try to avoid letting mobs spawn down here, but I can just light it up with torches, so that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to install, now on this block right here is where the pressure plate is, so that when he walks over it, and I'm going to take this block out too, when he walks over the pressure plate, it will activate this redstone down here. And this redstone will run into a pulse lengthener. Okay, and I need to run this to a pulse lengthener first, because I'm going to use Asuma's pistonless T flip-flop down here. And you may or may not know that that T flip-flop was designed in pre-1.5, and in version 1.5, some of the changes that they made, I'm not sure if it was maybe the timing of the stone buttons, or I'm not really sure what change was made that caused that particular pistonless T flip-flop to cease to function. So I did a little bit of research with it, and I discovered that if I install a pulse limiter in the in line right before the pistonless T flip-flop, that will fix it. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to have that T flip-flop running to a comparator, and you can set up a clock pulse, a constant clock with a comparator quite easily. Just let's see, I've got one comparator here. Put the comparator here, and you run redstone from here right into it just like that, and then you set that to, I believe that's additive mode, and then when you supply a signal to this comparator, it will pulse, causing that dispenser to fire constantly. So that's what we're going to do there, and now we need to set up the flip-flop. And I got to be careful, because you see the blocks here where the grass is. If I dig past those, or dig those blocks out, I'll end up going into the outside area, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to dig a couple blocks out over here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to need those or not, but let me see here. I've got pretty much everything I'm going to need. I think I'm doing alright here. So let me go ahead and set up the pulse limiter, and I've got some blocks, and I need some of those, and of course I'm going to need redstone. So for the pulse limiter, let's see here, I need to bring, I think I'm going to need to, how do I got this set up here? Yeah. Do I have enough space dug out is my question. I should, so I'm going to go ahead and set the pulse limiter up over here. And the way this works is you have a block here, and actually I can't set it up over here. Or can I? I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to work this backwards from the back side to the front side. And I'm going to have some redstone coming out here. And this is going to be the output from the pistonless T flip-flop. And I need that right there, and I'm going to need a block here, that right there. And that should set that correctly. And then I'm going to need a redstone coming from here. And I think I need to go back just one more because I need a block here with that there. So let me go ahead and you can hear it's already actually going. So if we set that there, it'll turn that off. We don't want this to go just yet. So just in case he happens to log in, which hopefully he won't. Oh, and you see that's what I meant by not being able to go too far, and I just did it. So let's go ahead and fix that here. I think that was right there, right? Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to need to, I need that to be there. So let me take this block, and this block, and this block, and this block. And I think, will that one be, okay, I think we can leave that one. So that one has to stay in place. So let me take a quick look here. If we're going to do it that way, I think I can do it just like this. And then I'll just throw that there. And this needs to be on the third tick. And then I need a block here. And I'm not sure if it's going to work this way or not. But we'll put that there. And I need redstone running from the top of this block right to there. And that should, I think, work. And that'll run right into there. And I'm going to take this button. Well, actually, I already put it on the block, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to hit that. And when I hit the button, it should start dispensing. There we go. Okay, and when I hit the button again, it should stop. Excellent. So now what's going to happen is when he walks through that door and walks across that pressure plate, which is on this block, it will activate this redstone, which will go through this pulse limiter, and that will cause this flip-flop to toggle. Right now it's in the off state. It will toggle it to the on state, which will supply constant power to this comparator, and this comparator runs that signal right back into itself, which then causes the clock pulse to cause the dispenser to fire. Just like that. So now it's in the on state, and we'll hit the button again, and now it's in the off state. So we're going to go ahead and load this dispenser down with eggs, but before I do that, I want to fill in some of the area here that I dug out that I didn't need to dig out. And let's see. Go ahead and put all this back, all this dirt here we can put back. And I believe I can put dirt there, and I can fill most of this back in actually. But I'm going to go ahead and light it up. I need to keep, let's see here, and there is a spider somewhere close by, getting on my nerves. I got to make sure I don't cut the redstone signal. Okay, see in a bit, Fenneman. So let's see, I can put some there, and the rest of that needs to stay open. I don't want to put a block over that because that might cause a problem. And I am going to fill that in, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I don't really need all of this dirt. And yeah, I think that'll be good enough. I'll just leave the rest in his chest up there and let him fill it all back in. So I am going to need a way out though. So go ahead and put that there, and put that there. And I'm going to go ahead and this out, but before I do, let me test it one more time to make sure it's still working. Sounds good. Okay. So let me go ahead and pillar out of here. Put that dirt block in. And all the rest of that should be okay. So if I remember correctly, he had this here. And I believe this one was right there. And then jungle right there. Nope, that's not right. Yeah, it was the other way, wasn't it? Well, that was not supposed to happen. So let's try that again. Pick up that redstone there and put that there. Take this block back out. And take that back out. And pillar back up. And I believe that stone slab was indeed right there. And let me walk across the pressure plate to make sure it activates. Yep. And we'll walk across it again to make sure it stops. Sure does. Okay, looks good. Okay, so I put that in the wrong place. If I'm not mistaken, that was there. And that was there. And this one was right there. Okay. And if I can access the dispenser, I may not be able to. I might have to take the bed out. So we'll go ahead and fill this thing up with eggs, and I accidentally shot one away earlier, so that's why I have one stack of 15 instead of 16. But that's okay. We'll lay his bed right back on there. Now he won't even see that. We're going to go ahead and put all this stuff back in here, because that is his stuff, his dirt that we dug out. And his slabs. So we're going to leave him some signs. And let me change this to chickens. Hope I hear you like chickens. Hopefully they will keep you warm when you sleep tonight. So when he walks across that pressure plate, it should start shooting chickens. So I'm going to go ahead and go out this way. And I'm going to have to take the long way out, or the painful way out, as the case may be. Oh, well, that wasn't what I had in mind, but that spider seemed to just want to help me out of there. So we'll go ahead and take care of that problem. So now I don't know where he's going to spawn into the map when he logs in. I don't know if he'll be inside the house there at this level, or down below, or up top. But at any point in time that he walks across that pressure plate, it should start shooting those chickens out. And it will stay on until he walks across that pressure plate again. So hopefully that will work out the way I want it to. And hopefully he'll be recording when he discovers it. So yeah, and it looks like our snow golems are doing their job just fine over there at Fuubi's place. And yeah, I do admit that is kind of a lame prank, but normally Fuubi is already logged in by this point, but that's okay. I didn't want him to log in right in the middle of me doing something. I actually wanted to do the same thing at his house that I just did at Coolisimo's, but using snowballs instead. But that's alright. So yeah, we're gonna leave those there and see how long it takes these guys. It won't take Fuubi too long. He'll realize it as soon as he logs in. Coolisimo, on the other hand, it might take him a little bit to realize what's going on. But so be it, right? Okay, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Don't forget to comment and rate and all that other good stuff. Call me Angry K9, and I'll catch you next time.